Hi, welcome to another episode of Silver Fox Scotland. I'd like to say you couldn't make it up, but come on, we're well past that now, aren't we? You can't make this up because everyone just believes it. Apparently, and when I say apparently, it's only because it's true. Um, NHS Scotland is so out of date, out of touch, behindhand, technologically in a desert, that it cannot deliver patient letters. It would try to do it via email, but the computers it's got are not up to date enough to handle bulk email sending. Are you kidding me? They were doing that 20 years ago. How old are their computers? Well, somebody has pointed out that actually half the computers in the NHS in Scotland are still running Windows XP. Windows XP, for heaven's sake. Unbelievable. But that's the state of the technology, and this is causing major problems because rather than sending these things out through technological means, they're resorting to printing them and getting couriers to take them. Is there a more expensive way? They're not even putting them in the post. Now, in the old days, they used to move stuff in the NHS by fax, and everyone laughed. Why has it got to be by fax? And they said, well, it's secure because you have the doctor standing at the end, this end, and we're at this end. And when we send it, the doctor picks it up and it can't possibly go into other people's hands. And then people said, we can do that with email. Oh, no, email, anyone can read it. No, I can't. And they couldn't understand it. And for years, banks and the NHS were the only places that used fax machines. And in fact, I know some financial institutions that still use fax machines. But surely the rest of the world now is using secure data. Not the Scottish NHS, which is why they still use fax machines, which is why they're still using Windows XP, and why they're sending things out by courier. How much is that costing? I mean, seriously, a couple of days of couriers being sent out, you could buy a couple of computers, couldn't you? Modern ones, that aren't Windows XP. My God, it wouldn't surprise me if deep in the heart of government is a small ZX81 pumping away, doing all their calculations. Would explain why the economy's in such a bad state, though, wouldn't it? Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Bye.